Hey guys, it's cold here. Right now I'm at Austria. As you can see, it's snowing. It's winter. In the Alps. It's beautiful here. I love the winter scenery. The topic I want to bring today is about karma and reincarnation in general. Now I have a lot of skepticism about this, and I think I have my own opinions. I watched the Lawless Canon and a lot of spiritual gurus, and they talk karma and reincarnation similarly. Well, some have their own perspective, which is interesting. Everyone has their own perspective and opinions, and I do, and so do you. So you can make that decision. This is based on my belief. I have been seeing that, there's a lot of opinions about these stuff. Some people say that this is a prison planet if you look at it in a pessimistic way. And some people say that this is just a school, just like what Dolores Cannon would say. And some people would say that life is just a video game. The bad guys are here not because they are bad, because they decide to take on that role, maybe to gain a new perspective, to learn and to experience that new perspective, So it's not really about good versus evil game, but it's more like, taking on different roles. It's not like a role-playing game. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, basically. I have not played that game before, but I know. But what I'm trying to say is, some people think that, it's a video game, and we take on different roles. We get to play the villain, we get to play the hero, we get to play the normal people or the NPCs. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of perspective. And what I think is, when people say that reincarnation, is like something that reincarnation karma is to relieve that experience, just to overcome that obstacle. We do that just so that you learn the lesson you need to learn. I don't think that's necessarily the case here. Of course, we could be here to learn. We could be here to experience that. Our journeys are all individually different. But what I think is, it doesn't make sense at some point. For example, if a child does something dangerous and hurts himself, would you think the child wants to do the same thing again? Well, sure, some child would do it, but the child does that dangerous thing at first because they were curious, right? Maybe we could be playing that character, playing that role or that villain role, whatever, because we were curious what it's like. If we look at a video game perspective, So when Dolores Cannon said that you have to let go, you have to, if you don't do this and do that, you're going to come back, you're going to redo the same situation again. Or some other guru said that if your soul has suffered a lot of trauma, you're going to have to relieve that same situation again. Even though that person is not a bad person, even though they are a good person, they are pure, lighted heart, but they have to redo this and suffer again. I think that's sort of bullshit, in my opinion, and that's not necessarily the absolute case for reincarnation and karma. There are many ways to heal your trauma. If a soul is very, very badly damaged, you don't have to take that approach to relieve that situation just to, heal and overcome that trauma. Like, that's more extreme divine masculine approach. There is obviously the way of divine feminine approach or other approach of actually caring and giving love and receiving healing, in the afterlife, in a better place, in a better realm, than actually relieving that trauma. That's very extreme. Let's say if a child was abused, was heavily abused, tortured, beaten, and you know, and because of that trauma they have to relieve it, you know, after that, if they don't overcome it. But that, you know, that's just very extreme, I believe. And some might be stuck for quite a long time, and they have to come back and do this again, and come back and do this again. If our soul has free will to choose what we can do, you know, whether we can reincarnate, I don't think it's logical for souls to choose to come back, to reincarnate back into the same situation again. I just don't think it's logical. I'm not sure what you guys think, but that's my opinion on reincarnation and karma. Yeah, and that's what I have to say about this. I'll catch you guys, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded, and you know, it's very not frequent, you know, the time I upload. I'm actually overcoming some issues myself, and I'm thinking a lot about all this stuff, you know, because a lot has happened to me, spiritually, mentally. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you again in the next video.